This will be the third time that I've taken part in the Transat Jacques Vabre race, and actually the last time was in 2019, and it was my final qualification race for the Vendee Globe. And it was quite a different race then, so the course was different because we went to Brazil, so the start was in Le Havre, the finish was in Brazil, but also I still hadn't had a major sponsor come on board, and my team was very much made up of friends and volunteers. So the race itself was quite challenging because my original co-skipper managed to break his arm just 5 weeks before the start of the race. So I had to get a new co-skipper in and was very happily able to sail with my good friend from mini days, Ishbrand Ent, the Dutch sailor. And he kind of moved heaven and earth to change his schedule and come and be my co-skipper because he knew how important it was for Vendee qualification. And we had a sponsor come in at the last minute, a company called Codestone, who gave us enough funds to get through that final race. And we turned up in Le Havre. I had a really big shore crew. I think my shore crew was about 19 people. It was friends and then some volunteers who had read about what we were doing on the internet and joined us. And every day we grafted so hard to get that boat ready. And it was just a really fun time to work with all of those people to a common goal. The race itself, Ish and I were really kind of trying to push, but at the same time very aware that the boat needed to survive that Atlantic crossing. We really enjoyed sailing together. We had some great times, and I was so happy arriving in Brazil because I knew that I had qualified for the Vendee Globe race when I turned up, and it was a truly great moment to think that I'd started out that year with a £25,000 loan, a crowdfund, and no experience sailing in IMOCA at all. And by the end of the TJV in 2019, against all the odds, I had qualified for the Vendee Globe. So well supported by friends, family, and our volunteer community. It was just a great end to the year. So the TJV now goes from Le Havre down to some islands off the coast of Brazil and then finishes back in Martinique again. So the course itself is very different because we have to cross the equator twice, cross the doldrums twice, which will make it a tactically challenging race. Obviously, we are not kind of bumping along the bottom now. We have an amazing boat. I've got a team that work with me to prepare the boat, and Nick and I have had a good opportunity to practice and get used to sailing. But I guess the similarities in the race will be that it's still a qualification race for the Vendee. My main objective is still to finish the race because I actually have to race back again in November. Our goals are to learn as much as possible about the boat, to get an idea of its performance relative to other people in the class, but primarily to finish the race with the boat in good condition and me in good condition so that I can race back to France in November.